very easy to finish out the interior of the shed. The studs are where they need to be for an interior finish, and it helps me to really disconnect from work than when I go inside. I love the separation between the two, so I really had an easy process with Tough Shed.
All right, we're back only minutes away from qualifying here at the Rocket Mortgage Cup here at Granby Ranch. Should be exciting. The pros are up at the top there. So West Mountain here, going to be the great new venue for racing here at Granby Ranch. Big thanks to everybody in the snowmaking department, the groomers, the ski school guys that came up and worked so hard to build the jumps. We were just working on those last night, cutting the faces of those jumps and getting the banners set and setting the course. So real challenge with Mother Nature not playing fair with us, Larry.
You know, it's funny that we mentioned jumps. There's 3 jumps on this course. And as opposed to other disciplines of skiing, in this format, I'm going to say that there's a jump there, but the main objective is to get those skis back on the snow as quick as you can when you come over those jumps.
Skis on the snow are faster than skis in the air. So being a hill with not as great a pitch as some of our other events, as the athletes were talking about, you have to generate speed every turn. You have to use every fiber and muscle in your body to make that ski go faster. You can't just put it out there and rely on the energy to come. You have to create the energy and harness the speed and make speed.
Spoken like an ex-racer. Actually, you still race some.
Yeah, I still do some beer league racing, and I still coach. I coach U16s back at Attitash.
So good to see you still giving back to the sport. And, of course, we just got massive news, speaking of giving back to the sport. Bodie Miller is about to embark on a monumental effort here right at Granby Ranch with his new academy that's not only going to teach skiers how to ski faster, but there's a big educational component of that as well, which is amazing. It's good to see Bodie sticking around and having that heart to give back to the sport and continue to carry on the tradition.
So good stuff, but back at the top, the 2 fastest guys on the tour, Robert Cohn, #1 of the tour for a couple of seasons. He has put a pocket full of money, I believe about $60,000 in the last 7 races in his pocket, maybe a little bit more than $60,000. So pretty lucrative deal, pro ski racing. Everybody's been trying to dethrone Robert Cohn, but who knows what's going to happen today. This is the first of 2 runs of qualifying. Cohn's going to be over on the red course side in this first of 2 runs. Michael slotting in up at the top on that blue side. So beautiful day as we watch the television monitor here, looking at the start.
And Robert Cohn, his favorite skier as a child, Bodie Miller, and graduated from Middlebury College in 2017, an NCAA champion as well.
So Cohn out of Killington, Vermont. Has had a great career in NCAA's GS champion on the Middlebury ski team. 12 FIS victories. So he's got a great book of credentials, along with the last 2 years on the Pro Tour, taking away a ton of money. Michael Ankeny, no stranger to World Cup and NORAMs and just all over the world. Great guy, always fun. Always got his Hawaiian shirt on. Michael Ankeny, a real character up there. Cohn, very focused. Ankeny, he's keeps it on the little bit lighter side. So you'll see Cohn. He likes to get away from the crowd when he gets to the top and see a lot of these guys just bantering with each other, and Cohn sort of removes himself from that and gets his focus on, and he's got a serious game face. So these 2 guys pretty evenly matched in qualifying, in racings every year. Tall guys, long legs, an advantage for guys built like that on this hill here today. You'll watch Robert Cohn, who'll put his feet way away from the turning pole and really generate speed, and that's what's his key in his quiver, is that making speed, and he's lightning fast out of the start, and Ankeny's quick out of the start also.
And again, that start critical on this course, and you got to be able to carry that speed and try and generate speed as you make your way down this course here on West Mountain at Granby Ranch. And again, that is going to be the site of all the training in Bodie Miller's new academy coming up here next season, it sounds like, which is amazing. And we're just a couple of minutes away from kicking it off. Racers again start. Again, for folks that are just hanging out right now, Maybe you're over here on our bunny slope teaching area, learning how to do what you were about to watch. Maybe take a little bit of a break. Talk your instructor into taking a break and watching two of the best in the world hit our course here in just a couple of minutes.
Let's thank some of our sponsors. Tough Shed, of course, back again for another season. Tough Shed, dream, design, and build a Tough Shed. Based right out of Denver, Colorado, toughshed.com. Larry just had himself a Tough Shed made. Pretty cool. Surefoot, ski boots, the difference between good skiing and great skiing. Surefoot. And, of course, Granby Ranch hosting us this weekend. Sync Performance Ski Apparel, designed for style, optimized for speed. That's Sync.
Unbelievable. And how about Ski Racing Media, North America's leading ski racing news provider? You can find out more at skiracing.com. And of course, merchandise is available from the World Pro Ski Tour shop. You just have to go visit worldproskitour.com.
We just brought some merch, Larry. We got a couple shirts to wear for our live show later on. Larry's got his nice new zip-up turtleneck there, nice new breathable material with that World Pro Ski Tour logo on it, with, of course, Rocket Mortgage is our great new supporter here on the Pro Tour, presented by Rocket Mortgage on all of the wearables, so check it out.
Yeah, I'm feeling pretty World Pro Ski Tour now. I am in the mix, as they might say. Let's talk a little bit about the weather today. It is perfect for racing. There is no wind. It is a Chamber of Commerce day here on West Mountain at Granby Ranch, and I think we have ideal racing conditions.
Yeah, we were challenged a little yesterday during setup. We had a little mini, blizzard blow through for about an hour, and it fortunately passed because, it's a challenge to do this when the weather is perfect. When it gets really challenging out there and the wind makes it difficult for the staff here. Big thanks to the whole team here. Kevin Kiley up at the start there, getting things ready to go. So it doesn't look like there's any forerunners. Matt Howard from P1 Timing, Barrett Stein, our tournament director, John Jacobs, chief of race, Kevin Kiley, the starter, and the rest of the crew up there, Randy and Matt and Joe, working so hard for the last 2 days to make it happen.
Hey, Michael Ankeny, that's up there in our first heat from Minnetonka, Minnesota, races for Team Drift. 2019, he was 4th place overall in our World Pro Ski Tour, 2nd in 2019 at Waterton Valley, and has had some really good results, and he's getting ready to unleash here in 2021. He's favorite skier as a child, Bodie Miller. Hard to believe that, huh? And some of his favorite things to do when he's not skiing and on the hill, he likes to play soccer, golf, discounted cash flows. And he's a Buck Hill native. How about that? And he's also the co-founder of Team Drift.
So it looks like they're getting ready to go at the top. Kevin Kiley, official starter. Randy alongside him there. So.
Coiled like a couple of rattlesnakes ready to roll right now up in the start.
All right, the cadence has started here. Our first race of the 2021-22 season. Out on course they go. The top 2 athletes on the tour, Michael Ankeny and Robert Cohn. Ankeny wild off the first bump. Cohn out in front by about a quarter gate as Ankeny had trouble getting the skis back to the snow. Off the second bump, touching down is Cohn out in front, but here comes Ankeny generating some speed as they head for the second bump, trying to post the fastest times in qualifying to build that ladder later. Touching down, Cohn out in front, but Ankeny charging hard behind him. Across the line they go. Ankeny with a 23.85, 23.85 for Michael Ankeny, and Robert Cohn with a 22.81. So 22.085 for Ankeny. So back to the top we go. This is coming out as fast and furious. It's going to be Simone Breitfus-Kamelander following Robert Cohn over on that red course side. Blue course is from Slovenia, Miha Kruner. So big and tall. These guys able to generate speed, just like you watched Robert Cohn and Michael Ankeny. Ankeny again had some trouble. You got to get that direction change done before you go off those jumps, or it's wild like you saw Ankeny, 2 straight off that bottom bump. You got to make adjustments. Out on course they go, coming at you. Simone Breitfus-Kamelander down in the tuck he goes on skiing for Kesley, and Miha Kruner. Kruner fast, both looking clean, using the tuck technique, trying to carry as much speed as they can, get as aerodynamic as he can. Out in front, the number 3 skier on the tour It is going to be Kamalander crossing the line first with a 22.67. Very quick. 22.67 for Kamalander. And for Miha, that time goes away too quick. Can we keep it up longer? So, did you get that time, Larry?
I did not get that time.
So, let's hold off the pace here. So, we'll get that time from Matt Howard at P1 Timing. Fill in that.
And up next, we're going to have Marshall on the red course, and it's going to be Nolan Casper on the blue course. But clearly, our racers looking to generate as much speed once they come out of that starting gate. And again, a huge shout out to our sponsors: Tough Shed, Shorefoot, Granby Ranch, Sync, Ski Racing Media, Rocket Mortgage, of course, our presenting sponsors, Psycho, Prospects, and Tito's Handmade Vodka.
So the next pair ready to go, coming at you. It's going to be Tucker Marshall over on the red course side, and Nolan Casper, former tour champion, Olympian. So Casper and Michael Ankeny, both full-time jobs. Casper with a good, strong start. You see that cross-block technique, hands high in the air, clearing the gates as he's out in front over Tucker Marshall. Touches down. Marshall has made up some ground here, really trying to get some energy out of the skis. They get a little bit away from the gate and try to stride and really pressure the ski at the top of the turn and see if they can generate some speed across the line to go. Nolan Casper with a 23.372. 23.372. And for Tucker?
Yeah, it was a 23.346 for Tucker Marshall on that run.
So coming up next, a couple of rookies on tour. Drew Duffy and Colby Derwin move behind the start doors as we see how these rookies will handle it. This is the hard part for rookies, is trying to figure out the cadence, we call it, as the timer says red course ready, blue course ready, and then the countdown will begin. Out in front, there's some, lights like in drag racing, which will count down before the doors open. You kind of have to bring your skis up. There's a kickboard where the tails of the skis rest, and they put those skis against the kickboard as they raise up, and out on course they go. Over in the red course side, Drew Duffy with a very strong start, and Colby, trouble on the red course side. Totally sideways as Duffy scrubbing off big-time speed as Colby Derwin comes alongside. Again, we'll race the clock in qualifying. The fastest four guys in the first run will then make up your hot seat across the last bump they go, and out in front is Colby Derwin. Across the line goes Derwin. Drew Duffy with a 23.52. And Derwin 25.021.
And we saw right there, it's nearly impossible to make up that time once you completely lose it at a gate and you're chasing at that point. Just not enough speed on this course to get back in it.
Yeah, not enough pitch to, let gravity help you make speed. Again, we talked about really having to try to make speed at every turn, get the ski out from underneath you, get some good high edge angle on it. The ski is a giant leaf spring, if you will. You load that spring up, you have to let it go at the precise time so that, you can harness that energy and propel yourself down the hill, back at the top. So is Pizzini here? Anybody know if Andrew Pizzini is on the hill? Matt, you got word? So Andrew Pizzini from Italy was missing from our racer meeting this morning. So Pizzini will be a DNS. So Logan Martin, another rookie, will be going solo over on the blue course side.
And keep in mind right now, our fastest time thus far to this point is 22.67 seconds, and that was for Kammerlander.
So Simone fastest, followed by Robert Cohn. What was Tucker's time?
Tucker's time, I have 23.346.
So that would put Derwin as fourth and third quickest. So that's the time to beat right now, 25:02. And he's on the blue course side. We got to go down and put our hot seat together. So across the line, or excuse me, across the course, he will go all alone. A rookie putting together a good solid run. Let's see what his time stacks up. 25:12, 25:12. What course was he on? Okay, gotcha.
Carl Coos out of Canada and Jake Jacobs, USA, up next.
Coos, the rookie, on the red course side. Jake Jacobs been on the tour now for several seasons.
Looks like we'll be rolling here shortly. And big shout out to Seiko, Rocket Mortgage, again, our presenting sponsor, and Revin Pharmaceuticals, all sponsors of this year's tour.
So right now it's looking like our red course appears to be the quicker of two courses. You know, with a couple of 22 posted, and we go over to the blue course side. Let's see, unofficially, looks like Kruner with a 23:009.
That's our fastest
Your
time on the blue
quickest
course.
time. After that, it is Nolan, 23:3, and then Drew Duffy with a 23:5, third quickest, and then Ankeny in that fourth position right now. What was Logan Martin's time?
For Logan Martin, I am showing 25.126.
25:12. Here we go. Jake Jacobs over on that blue course side, coming out charging hard. Jake with a good quick start against the rookie from Canada, Carl Coos. Let's see how Coos goes. Cool drone shot now
Totally
on the
cool
TV
shot.
shot out in front. The rookie looking quick, trying to better a time of 25:02 is the hot seat unofficially on that red course side. As again, our fastest four racers automatically in the field as he reaches for the finish line. Coos with a 23:91, 23:91, not quick enough. Jake Jacobs with a 24.88. That will not upset Ankeny's 23:85. He holds tight in that hot seat. Ankeny over there watching the scoreboard, wondering if Fletcher Holmes can upset him and bump him out of that first round of qualifying. Again, these guys will go back up and switch courses to win that Tito's Speed Cup, which is a combined time and extra points and extra money. So the last pair coming at you, two rookies, Samuel Packer from the USA and Fletcher Holmes. These two young guys showed up in the timing building. They barely look like they were out of high school. I swear.
They looked like they were just getting out of bed, basically, when they showed up this morning.
Yeah,
I love it.
Ankeny said, Cone said he found them out in the parking lot. Here they go. Holmes on the blue course side, Packer on the red. The final pair in our first round of qualifying here in the Rocket Mortgage Pro Cup here. Here we go. Samuel Packer on the blue course side. So, excuse me. Holmes in the blue. We've got the graphic on the TV distracting the announcers as we try to sort this out. Packer on the red course side, trailing Holmes on that blue course side. So Holmes out in front. Holmes looking to better a time of 23:85 on that blue course side. Across the line they go. That ends the first round of qualifying. So your fastest pros unofficially coming out of the PA system here. It's on the blue course side, excuse me, red course side, Simone Breitfuss Kammerlander, followed by Robert Cohn. Simone with a 22.67. Robert with a 22.8. Then we go to Tucker Marshall with a 23.3. Then we go to Colby or Derwin with a 25.02. So
And-
let's look over the blue course side. Miha with the fastest time at 23:00:09, almost breaking into 22s. Then it's 23.37 for Nolan Casper, then 23.52 for Drew Duffy, the rookie, then Mike Lankedy, number 2 in the tour, with a 23.85 on brand new skis. He thought about he's running some old skis. He says, I don't have enough wax impregnated in the base yet. He's usually quicker, but he hangs in there, so he makes the top 4 on his course in the first run.
Some great skiing out there in round 1, and it's clear from that drone footage who is skiing smoother and keeping a tighter line and keeping it together. That's a great shot from up above.
That's the first time we've had drone footage here on the Pro Tour. Super exciting to have some really cool new footage.
One of our ski fans laying in the snow out there that fell overnight here. A little bit of a storm out here yesterday. Super cold. Sound like they threw a little bit of water on course because the snow was so powdery last night, just to get it a little firm and keep it quick for these guys.
Well, the cat drivers just continue to till the hill, which, you know, gets the air out of the snow, as we say, and trying to put some moisture in it. As that tiller runs through the snow, it puts a little heat into it and, you know, makes it settle and gets a good surface for us to ski on. And then we actually do water the starts down to get a good firm platform for these guys to lead the start. And of course, is in great shape. You know, not much of a groove developed yet with only 8 guys now on each course. We're going to send them back to the top, switch courses, and see who's going to be the next group of athletes and where they're going to fall on the ladder. Again, these guys take 2 runs. The guys that are already in are battling for that Tito Speed Cup and extra points and extra cash. And speaking of Tito's, 3:30 this afternoon, Larry. Tito's
Yes.
at Brayski.
Yeah, it's going to be a big party, so make sure you are there. And of course, Tito's Handmade Vodka, America's original craft vodka, is distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas for over 20 years. So I'll bet they've got that wired.
So great to have them back. We also have White Claw, sponsor on the Pro Tour. I mentioned our friends from White Claw yet.
And that Tito's Après Party starts today, 3:30 to 5:30. It's going to be right at the Granby Ranch Base Lodge. You
And
can't
then
miss it.
tomorrow, we have the Tito's Bloody Mary Bar at Granby Ranch at 10:30.
It's going to make for some great announcing, I'm guessing, if
Grab
we
a
get
quick
over there a
Bloody
little too early.
So we were at a race last year, 2 years ago, and back in Maine at Sunny River, and I was giving my friends from Tito's a hard time. I said, we're getting awful thirsty up here in the announcing booth, and he showed up with a couple of Tito's mules for us, and then the banter really started.
Yes, well, I'll take mine with some celery and a piece of bacon. That would be awesome.
Yeah, bacon. So we're going to get back to the top. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll then let the tune spin and be back for the second round of qualifying here in the Rocket Mortgage Cup at Granby Ranch.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospects.
I love having a 15-step commute to my office. It makes it super easy in the morning. I loved working with Tough Shed because I could get the really nice office space I wanted for a price that worked for me. Very easy to finish out the interior of the shed. The studs are where they need to be for an interior finish. And it helps me to really disconnect from work than when I go inside. I love the separation between the two. So I really had an easy process with Tough Shed.
bell. Make it gold.
All right, Larry, back at the top. Our pros have gathered for the second run of qualifying here. The World Pro Ski Tour presented by Rocket Mortgage and the Rocket Mortgage Cup here at Granby Ranch.
Unbelievable. And, you know, we can follow this action live. Check out Flow Live TV. To access live and on-demand coverage for the Winter Pro Ski Tour season, visit flowlive.tv to become a monthly or annual pro subscriber. Either subscription unlocks access to the entire Flow Sports network, including live events, news, and exclusive content across more than 20 sports categories. If you're a freak, you can watch them all. Watch the events across all screens by downloading the Flow Sports app on Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, the App Store, and Google Play Store, and watch the World Pro Ski Tour action live or on demand on flowlive.tv, streaming more than 10,000 live competitions per year. That's a lot. Flowlive.tv is a global leader in live, in-depth, and on-demand digital coverage for sports fans.
All right. And you can watch the two of us as we go live at 1:30 today on Flow Sports.
I'm going to get the subscription just so I can watch myself.
So don't forget, if you're down in the finish ground, check out the swag tent. All your World Pro Ski Tour wearables available there. Larry's got his nice new
really nice
World Pro Ski
pullover.
Tour presented by Rocket Mortgage. Turtleneck gun, half zip. Those are pretty cool.
I mean, this is going to be one of those ones where you go to the grocery store and people will look at you and say, how did he get
I
that?
want that.
Yeah, just go to the World Pro Ski Tour store online.
Online or
here.
in the finish corral.
Yeah.
Susan Jacobs out there selling that swag as we're ready to go with the second run in a few minutes here at the West Mountain portion, where the new Bodie Miller Academy will be doing all their training here in the future. Looking forward to coming back here and using the rest of this great hill up above where our start is today. Revin Pharmaceuticals, new sponsor last year. Great to have Revin on board. And, of course, Seiko, our new official timekeeper of the World Pro Ski Tour.
It's a big undertaking, keeping time accurately. Every athlete in every event wants to know what their time was. Pretty critical. Hey, let's talk a little bit about the Bodie Miller Ski Academy. A huge announcement yesterday for Granby Ranch. The Bodie Miller Ski Academy Foundation revealed plans yesterday for the first location of the innovative new academy. And again, that press release was yesterday. The co-founders of the Bodie Miller Ski Academy Foundation, Bodie Miller and Andy Worth, announced that yesterday. We're getting ready to roll.
So looks like they stepped behind the start doors. I can see Michael Ankeny over on that red course side. If you're watching the big Jumbotron TV, you'll see Ankeny, name on the front of the bid, right above Rocket Mortgage, and there he is, the man Robert Cohn. So Cohn was second quickest on the red course on the first run, which appears to be a little bit quicker, but maybe by a couple of tenths, or it's just those couple of guys that have broken into the 22s. Right behind him will be Simone Breitfuss Kamalander, the Bolivian. Here we go. The cadence starts for Cohn and Ankeny here on the second run. They're both in the field already. They're skiing for the Tito's Speed Cup, which gives you additional points and money. Cohn with a little bit of slow start, so he just stands it up and he's just going to coast it. He said, I blew that start, so it doesn't matter. I'm in the field. But Ankeny wants to come back and see if he can better his position. Once you're in the field, the second run can count to get you into a better start position for the elimination rounds. Ankeny down in a tuck, working the skis, generating energy as we watch him cross the finish line. Ooh, very quick. Ankeny with a 22.3, 22.34, 22.34. So,
Fastest time of the day.
that 22.34 for Ankeny. Those skis are clearly quick, Michael. Not as dry as the base you thought it was going to be. That mistake on the first run cost Ankeny some time, but he's turned it around with that 22.34. We'll total up those times later to give you the fastest guy on the course for that Tito Speed Cup. What was Robert's? No, Robert just stood it up and coasted.
Yeah, 26.9.
So Cohn says, I'm not known for my qualifying. He says, it doesn't matter. What matters is the elimination rounds, which will start at 1:30. These guys will finish this second round of qualifying. We'll take a little break and build the ladder and send it back up there. And you can watch it, as Larry said, on Flow Live.
And this is going to be Kerner on the red course, Kammerlander on the blue course.
So Miha's first run time is 23:09, trying to better that, as of course Simone wants to see how he can go on the blue course side. Michael just proved that there's good time to be had. Bright Foos Kamalander and Miha Kumar on course. Down in the tuck they go, working the ski, looking for energy. Really see him move the arms through the turn, try to generate any kind of juice you can out of the ski. Is down in the tuck they go again. It's Bright Foos Kamalander cruising it, and Kuhner really trying to work it. Who's going to be the man at the finish line? Looks like Miha going to cross first with a 22.42. 22.42 for Miha. And Simone with a 22.64. 22.64. Look how close he was to his first run time. 22.67 on that first run time from Simone. So very consistent skiing as usual out of Kamalander.
Yeah, to this point, it does look like that red course is just a skosh faster, perhaps, as we get ready to go into round 3 now.
So looking back up
Second
top, you see
wave.
Nolan Kaspers moving behind the start door. Super cool having that drone up there. Really able to see the guys as they get ready to get pumped up there.
They were only separated by 0.03 last time around.
So Casper with a 23.37. Tucker with a 23.34. Pretty evenly matched. Here we go. My good friend Kevin Kiley, chef, gets the countdown started. Back on the tails of their skis. Nolan Casper, known for his quick starts, comes out, gets the jump on Marshall Tucker. In qualifying, as we talked about, we just raced against the clock, but with the start, you know, being activated by the doors opening, you can see that Tucker is chasing now, trying to make up time as Casper, quick out of the start, strong at the finish line as he heads across with a 22.29, Larry, 22.29.
Smoking fast for Nolan Casper on that run.
And Tucker with a time, 23.25. 23.25, really consistent skiing out of Tucker. His first run was a 23.34. So Nolan unofficially quickest, correct, Larry? I got that right?
I believe so. 22.29,
So
our
Nolan
fastest
with his
time on course.
Super explosive start, getting it done. Here comes Drew Duffy and another rookie, Colby Derwin. So looking up there.
Drew Duffy fast for a rookie on first go-around.
Yeah, both these guys, you know, making it into that elite top 4. So, number 14, Derwin.
Blue course ready.
Over on the blue course side, his first run was a 25.02. Oh, excuse me, he wasn't fourth. It was Carl Koos.
And here we
That's
go,
my
Clarkie.
mistake there. Here we go. Out, of course, they go. So, really strong coming out of the start was Drew Duffy, leaving Derwin behind. So medium bump there in the middle, really working the ski well, getting some energy out of it. Really see him use the upper body. Every single muscle in your body is used to generate speed. Super low, really loading the ski up and across the line. Drew Duffy, very quick, 22.61. 22.61. Derwin 23, was that 9.7?
Yes, it was 9.3, 23.93.
9.3.
Colby Derwin.
So again, we race the clock in qualifying. In the afternoon, you race each other. In the elimination rounds, first guy across the finish line starts the clock, the second one stops it. So of course, that start all so crucial every time down the hill. So really take some time to learn how to get that cadence to rock back on your tails of your skis. What do we got going on here? So, Logan Martin, looks like we got a solo run. So still no Pizzini. Logan's first run time was 25.17 over on the blue course. So cruising off that middle bump. You can see the difference in the faster guys putting a lot more energy and try to get some speed out of the ski. Logan Martin put a clean run together as he'll cross the finish line with a 24.19. 24.19.
Clarkie, when you're running solo like that, is that, I mean, mentally, that's got to be a little more difficult.
I think, you know, having somebody alongside you gives you that baseline to know if you're, you know, you're quick or you're not. If somebody out in front of you, you need to turn the wick up a little bit and see if you can make some speed. But the rookie, it's a clean run. Back to the top we'll go with Carl Koos, the Canadian rookie on tour. Made it into the field on his first run. Looking to see if he can get a piece of that Tito's Speed Cup money and points. So in that Tito's Speed Cup, you can pick up some extra points. For first, you get 5 extra points, second 3, and third 1 point, and that can make the difference at the end of a Pro Tour season as we wait for the 2 rookies. Actually, Koos is the rookie, and Jake Jacobs gets a good strong start. Jake not as fast as he wanted to be on that first run for sure with a 24.88, putting a good solid run together. Needs to try to really generate some speed as the Canadian, Juice, made it in the first run. Pulls alongside Jacobs, really letting the skis run, going quick. Jacobs touches down off the bottom bump, trailing now. Is the Canadian on the blue course side, will cross the line with a 23.33, 23.33 for the Canadian rookie. Good job. Jacobs with a 24.11, 24.11. So Jake finds about 7/10 of a second on his second run. Back to the top we go. Our last pair, 2 more rookies. Samuel Packer, his first run on the red was a 26.4. He'll be on the blue course side. Fletcher Holmes with a 25.39. He will move over to that red course side.
Red course ready.
And the rookies are showing up today,
Yeah,
skiing well.
some good skiing from these young guys. Let's see how this second run goes for these 2 rookies. Trying to get that cadence down, rocking back in the tails of the skis just at the precise time. Into the first jump they go, touching down first on the red course side, landing hard. You know, it's tough without a lot of pitch in the hill to make a perfect jump so you don't slam down and jam your toes against the front of the boots. As we watch Fletcher Holmes out in front. His first run was a 25.39. Let's see how these rookies go. A little bit wide for Sam Packer on that bottom jump. Holmes across the line with a 24.41, 24.41. Picked up his pace by over a second after the first run, and Packer with a time of 25.57, 25.57. That wraps it up, folks, for qualifying. We will now build the elimination ladder for our elimination rounds, which will begin at 1:30 sharp. So go do some great skiing here in this beautiful day. Look, watching the rerun here, Fletcher Holmes, super twisted coming off that top jump. He manages to make the turn on the inside ski, and away he went. Pretty super cool to watch these reruns on these guys. As that completes qualifying, Larry, what do you think, your first pro race?
Unbelievable. Good stuff. A lot of super smooth skiing out there. And, of course, as in any discipline, small mistakes equal big time splits back.
All right, we're going to commercial. We'll break, play you some tunes. We'll build that ladder and be back out here. Go enjoy the great skiing here at Granby Ranch.
You know you gotta dig into me to find, oh, there's something inside of me. Set it free and you'll see my love is gold, 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 gold. Ooh, my love is gold.
Corbel, make it gold.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospex.
I love having a 15-step commute to my office. It makes it super easy in the morning. I loved working with Tough Shed because I could get the really nice office space I wanted for a price that worked for me. Very easy to finish out the interior of the shed. The studs are where they need to be for an interior finish. And it helps me to really disconnect from work than when I go inside. I love the separation between the two. So I really had an easy process with Tough Shed.
For more than half a century, Seiko has been supporting athletes in their efforts to be the best. Now, we want to bring this reliable technology to anyone striving for a goal. Because we understand, a split second can change everything. Keep going forward. Prospex.
I love having a 15-step commute to my office. It makes it super easy in the morning. I loved working with Tough Shed because I could get the really nice office space I wanted for a price that worked for me. Very easy to finish out the interior of the shed. The studs are where they need to be for an interior finish. And it helps me to really disconnect from work than when I go inside. I love the separation between the two. So I really had an easy process with Tough Shed.
check. 1, 2. Here at our World Pro Ski Tour, presented by Rocket Mortgage. No, this is. Appreciate all the fans coming out today. It is a beautiful day for Randy Ranch. This is a world-class event at our World Pro Ski Tour presented by Rocket Mortgage. As we're getting ready to head into our elimination rounds. And I am going to introduce our athletes. Again, if athletes are not here when I call them, that's because they are up at the start gate right now. All right. Our athletes today from the USA, last year's champ, Rob Cohn. And let's call up Simone Breitfus Kammerlander. All smiles. Give it up for Tucker Marshall from the USA. Tucker with a 23.255 first go-round. And Colby Derwin of the USA with a 23.937 fastest first run. Styling in front of the win flag. And Carl Coos from Canada. Let's call up Sam Packer of the USA, one of our rookies on tour. The legendary Michael Ankeny of the USA. 22.34 first go-around. Keep him on the skis. And Mija Kerner, Slovenia, 22.42 on his second run. Next up, Nolan Casper of the USA, 22.29, the fastest run in our first go-around. And our fastest rookie so far today, Drew Duffy of the USA with a 22.617. And he's followed by another USA skier. That's Logan Martin, another rookie out here today. And call up Jake Jacobs next of the USA, 24.11 first go-around. And our final athlete we call up is Fletcher Holmes, another rookie from the USA. As we get ready to head into our elimination round. Congratulations, gentlemen. Good luck out there. This isn't the seating. They're working on it right now. They're probably done with it.